Hey Leos, this is your love reading for the beginning of March 2019. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell to get notifications for future readings. I'll be doing another love reading at the end of the month and a full moon reading mid-month, so check back in for those. I've already shuffled your cards and meditated on your energy, so let's sync up. This is you. Knight of Swords reversed. This is the other, Eight of Wands. This is the composite energy, Page of Swords. And this is the insight, Four of Pentacles. Nice. Okay, so you, Knight of Swords reversed. Typically the Knight of Swords is somebody coming in strong with an idea, or a thought, or a proposal, or, like sort of an offering of a new idea. But it's reversed, so that is blocked in some way. The Eight of Wands, this is the other. This is fast communication, so it's kind of like the opposite of this. I mean, if this were upright, I would say this is indicative of some fast-moving energy, some fast communication, some very sharp, focused, clear communication or delivery of an idea. However, this is reversed. You are reversed. And it's, in fact, if you look at this reverse card looking at the Eight of Wands, the Knight actually is looking in the same direction as the Wands are headed, which is really interesting. So it's almost like this other person is bringing in this energy, this really fast, like I said, swift moving, fast communication. Often people will read the Eight of Wands as a communication around love, like these are Cupid's arrows. And you are potentially witnessing it and possibly responding to it, going with it. Going with the flow, going with this fast-moving energy of some sort of fiery, passionate communication around a new entrepreneurial endeavor, a new love, a new creative effort. The Page of Swords is in your combined energies. So yeah, I think it is potentially something new, starting something new. The pages are often perceived as apprentices. They're learning about something. They're at the beginning of sort of a learning phase where they're learning a new skill, or they're learning, this guy looks like he's in the academy. He's in some sort of educational institution. He's learning new ideas, new thoughts. You're at the beginning of learning something new. And then in the insight, there's the Four of Pentacles reversed, which is really a letting go. I mean, you're coming out of this period of holding on pretty tight, and now you're letting go of some of your time, some of your energy, some of your resources. You're really starting to be more receptive and to give more, which is really good. Let's draw some clarifying cards. What is this Knight of Swords in Leo's position? Knight of Swords reversed. Maybe you're not the one that's offering this. Maybe you're not the one that's bringing this idea, but you're watching it. You're perceiving it. You're receptive to it. Okay. Let's pull a clarifying card for the Knight of Swords reverse for Leo, for what Leo is contributing to this relationship. Ooh, Queen of Wands. Well, I mean, the Queen of Wands is somebody who definitely takes action. She's a sort of a, she's like the socialite. She's very busy, has a lot of fiery creative energy. She has her, what is that saying, like her spoon in every pot? She stirs a lot of pots. Maybe that's what it is. She has a lot of pots to stir. She's very well liked, and she is, she has a good understanding of how to use her energy. She's had a lot of experience with working with this, wand-like energy, this very creative, passionate, buoyant, fiery energy. And she is the queen. She now knows how to use the energy to her best benefit. So you're in a very strong position to move with this new idea or this new creative effort that honestly this other person represents. Like, this other person is representing bringing in something very fast, a new idea, a new passionate communication or understanding around love or some sort of creative endeavor or some sort of creative, passionate effort. Maybe an entrepreneurial thing. Maybe there's some sort of connection between you and this other person that really speaks to like career and advancement and some sort of, I say advancement because the wands are all moving in the same direction, advancing together. Excuse me, let me take a sip of tea here. Let's get some clarification around the, around the Four of Pentacles is what I was going to say. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So this symbolizes a period of letting go, starting to let go of your fear of not having enough. The Hermit is somebody who takes a time out and really listens within to what it is that they want, to their inner voice. It's a time of recuperation and rest. And the Five of Swords is about sort of winning at all costs. And it's a card where there's a victory, but it doesn't feel like a victory. It doesn't feel like a win. Somebody loses. And I don't know, it's like when you feel like it's more important to be right than to be kind. Let's look at this progression here. Composite energies, the insight. We'll consider all of these the insight. The composite energy is, the Page of Swords can also sometimes be seen as somebody who's very immature, and rash and gossipy and impulsive. But also somebody, again, that's learning something new at the very beginning of learning a new skill or learning about new ideas that will become a foundation for them in the future. Letting go of this fear of not having enough, seeking a time of solitude and silence so that you can, reap the rewards of processing the information that has come before. There's a lot of input here. There's a lot of fast-moving energy. There's a lot of activity. Like the Queen of Wands is very active. The Eight of Wands, very active. Fast-moving energy. And anytime you take in that, or you get into that space where you're taking in a lot of information, or you're being very active, you always need a time of recuperation so that you can process what it is that you did and what it is that you learned. And that's what this Hermit is making me think of right now. And then the Five of Swords, I don't know. I almost see this as you got your choices here. You have your options. You can either surrender and take a time out to process what this is. And maybe it's just taking a time out to get quiet so that you can make the right decision here and decide how you're going to move forward. Or you can be right and you can continue on this path of burning the candle at both ends and see where it gets you, which is, this place of yeah, you won, but you can't really celebrate the victory. It doesn't feel like a victory. All right, so let's pull an approach card. I do feel like whoever this is that you're thinking about, or whoever this other is in your reading, Leo, it feels more like a professional partnership and less like a love partnership, but it could be one and the same. Could be that you're working together. Let's pull an approach card. How should Leo approach this relationship, approach this relating, and approach this love scenario? Just one card. There we go. Turtle. Yeah, it's time for a timeout, Leo. You got to take a timeout to figure out what it is that you want to do or how you want to move forward with this. This other person's moving pretty quick. You have the potential to move pretty quick, but you want to think about it. Like, you're still thinking about it. You know, the Knight of Swords moves in pretty quick too, but Knight of Swords reversed is like, let me think about this twice. And I say that too because the Hermit is here, and that is a timeout. The Turtle, let's read the Turtle. Number 10. Mother Earth. Turtle buries its thoughts like its eggs in the sand and allows the sun to hatch the little ones. This teaches you to develop your ideas before bringing them out in the light. Look at the old fable of the tortoise and the hare and decide for yourself whether or not you would like to align with Turtle. Bigger, stronger, and faster are not always the best ways to get to a goal. When you arrive, you may be asked where you've been, and you may not be able to remember. In that case, arriving prematurely can make you feel very immature. If you draw the Turtle card, it augurs a time of connecting with the power of Earth and the Mother Goddess within. This is a reminder of the ally you have in Mother Earth. It does not matter what situation you've created, ask for her assistance and abundance will flow. All right, that's perfect. I mean, that's why I love these medicine cards, because they are so perfect in just wrapping up the whole reading. Maybe there is this feeling like you need to move quickly with this, like bigger, stronger, faster. But your thoughts need time to hatch. You need time to think about this so that you can remember where you've been. You can be present in your approach. And you don't make hasty mistakes. And the approach or the advice is that you would do well to take a time out. I don't know what that means or what that looks like for you. For me, it looks like, taking the day off, going hiking, and taking a soak in the hot springs or in my bath, making a really good meal, doing some meditation, maybe doing some art. Take a time out, get connected with yourself. Let the eggs or the thought or the idea incubate and give it time to hatch so that when you emerge out of whatever the scenario is, it feels like a real victory, and it's something that you can truly celebrate. All right, if you liked this reading, Leos, please like the video, subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I'll be doing a full moon reading mid-March and another love reading at the end of March. So if I didn't already mention it, you can follow me on Instagram at LunaSync. Have a beautiful week. Until next time.